Holy Thursday. It's interesting, John's gospel is the only gospel that does not have the institutional passage. Institutional meaning the speaking of the body and the blood from the bread and the wine. Matthew, Mark, and Luke all talk about that. John never addresses that in his whole writing of the Last Supper. So what does John do? He focuses it on Jesus washing of the feet. Normally on Holy Thursday night, we wash the feet of many of you who've had your feet washed. Unfortunately, tonight, it's different. We won't wash anybody's feet. That whole symbolic image will be left to your imagination. But I want to invite you into a little bit of a meditation. You see, at this story where Jesus washes the feet of the apostles, the apostle he also washes the feet of is Judas. Judas still hasn't left. In the next part of this gospel, he leaves. So Jesus washes the feet of these men, knowing what Judas is about to do. And he washes his feet. And then he calls himself a servant to his apostles, asks them to do the same. And so the meditation I invite you to is using your imagination. What does Jesus look like as he looks at Judas's face when he washes Judas's feet? What does Judas feel? We're not Judas. We don't know. But how many times does Jesus Christ come to serve us and look at us, and we look at him with all the things in our lives that we don't like, all the weaknesses or the times that we have turned away from Jesus Christ, from God. We turn away, and the difficulty there is, if we really look at our heart, we might feel that sense that Judas might have felt. I know what I'm going to do, and he still loves me. And he knows what I'm going to do. Jesus Christ says, okay, go do this to one another. Serve one another. And what does that mean, to serve one another? It means, can we wash the feet of people in our life who have betrayed us, who betray us over and over again, who have hurt us, who have abused us emotionally, physically? Can we be able to wash their feet? I'm going to venture to say most of us, we can say some people, but some I do not want to. Some I don't want to even go near their feet. And Jesus Christ says, I am teaching you a lesson. What are you going to do with one another? As we enter this sacred Triduum, it really is what this is about. Jesus Christ serves us on Holy Thursday. He serves us on Good Friday as he takes our sins unto himself. He serves us on Holy Saturday, the rising of Jesus from the dead, to free us. It's all about freedom. To be able to wash someone's feet who I don't really like, and that's a figurative statement. I'm not going to go wash people's feet. But it's a symbolic gesture of reaching out to someone who I don't want to reach out to. And you know, as we come to this Triduum, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, it's got to change our lives. Otherwise, we're no different than we were last week, last year. We have to let it change our lives so that we can take on that gift that Jesus gives us. to love one another as he has loved us. That's a hard challenge. It's a hard thing to do, and you can't do it. I don't want to scare anybody, but you can't. You don't have the ability to do it. None of us do. But we can if we let Jesus Christ be the one who works through us. Let Jesus Christ be the one who washes the feet, embraces the person in my life who I don't like, who's hurt me over and over again, who's hurt me so much that I have wounds that are so deep. And those wounds will never be healed if forgiveness is not part of my language. So what does Jesus see in the face of Judas? What does Judas see in the face of Jesus? Judas missed it. He saw the face of Jesus, who was a face of forgiveness, but he didn't understand it. He did not know what the forgiveness of Jesus was really about. I would love to be able to say that, I only look at things I've done and say, Jesus, I've done this and I need your forgiveness. The reality is there's a lot of things I do, or as I'm doing, I say, Jesus, I shouldn't really do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or I shouldn't really do this because it's not the best thing for me to do. But I do it anyway. Over and over and over. Pope Francis has a beautiful homily today for the Feast of Holy Thursday. And he simply says, we bishops, we priests, we popes, we are all sinners. We, as clergy, in the feast of this celebration of ordination, we need your forgiveness. Your forgiveness. For many things maybe we have messed up. We need you to forgive us our weaknesses, because we are sinners. As we need you to forgive one another. Only that is going to change the world. Only that is going to make a difference in every human's life, to know that we have the gift that Jesus Christ has given us, the gift to forgive.